Hey, Mac, I think we're lost.
We can't be lost, Mabel. They're the same address as in the brochure.
Well, this sure as hell ain't Shangri-La.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Excuse me, some assistance?
Can I help you?
You sure can. My name is Max Stewart. This is my wife, Mabel. We rented this place for a week out of this brochure. Now, let me tell you something. This place looks nothing like what's in this brochure.
Well, Mr. Stewart.
Please, my father's Mr. Stewart. Call me Mac.
Well, Mac, that brochure is 42 years old.
Damn, that's older than me.
Maybe in dog years. What the hell are you doing putting out a brochure that's 42 years old?
We did 42 years ago. The new one came out in August.
Well, still, this is false advertising and I want my money back.
I'm sorry, but the fine print of the contract says no refunds. Excuse me. Dr. Einstein?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came to drop off some mail. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have some bad news.
I don't think I can take any more bad news.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, this is information I have to pass along.
Okay. What is it?
Steve, I can no longer afford to keep this place going. So at the end of the month, when I close this place down for the summer, I'll be closing it down for good. There will not be a Sunnyside timeshare to return to in October. I'm sorry, you're going to have to tell the others. Oh, have a nice day.
Oh my God.
Well, now can we get our money back?
Whatever may come our way, we'll deal with it day to day. We hope you'll be there while we're living in our timeshare.
Mac, I'll tell you what. I shouldn't do this, but if you stay here for the week and you don't agree that you had the absolute best time of your life with the most wonderful people, not only will I give you your money back, I'll write you a check for $100 that you can do anything you want with. So what do you say? We got a deal?
Can I talk it over with my wife?
Sure. Take your time.
Mabel, what do you say? Between Mr. Potter and the bank and the building and loan, all the money we owe, they're about ready to put me in jail. Can't we just put up with this place for a week and their Christmas tree in May? And by the way, what the hell are you doing with a Christmas tree up in May?
It's a long story.
Anyway, Mabel, what do you say? It's just 1 week.
Mac, this place gives me the creeps. And there's stuff crawling on the walls.
Mabel, that's your medication. There's nothing crawling up the walls. At least I don't think so.
Mac, is there something wrong with your wife?
She's on medication for her nerves. Mabel, what do you say? It's just 1 week. I promise to take care of you. Don't I always?
You do.
So what do you say? Can we stay for a week?
Okay, Mac. We can stay for the week.
All right. Thanks, Mr.
Rogers. Steve Rogers.
Captain America.
Bless you, Mabel. But no, I'm not Captain America.
Too bad. He's hot.
Anyway, you got yourself a deal.
Terrific. You have any bags with you?
There's a couple in the car.
I'll see that they're brought in.
Thank you. Now can you show us to our room?
It's downstairs in the basement all the way in the back. I'm sure you'll find it quite satisfactory.
Fine. Come on, Mabel, let's go downstairs.
You sure you're not Captain America?
I'm afraid not, Mabel.
Too bad. I could so do him.
Come on, Mabel. Thank you again.
Wonderful. Now, how the hell do I tell everybody that Dr. Einstein is closing this place down for good?
Excuse me. My wife needs some water to take her pill, and there doesn't seem to be a sink downstairs.
Well, you can either use the sink in the kitchen or there are bottles of water on the floor.
Thank you kindly.
Matt, can I ask you a question?
Sure, as long as you don't mind the answer.
What happened to your wife?
Well, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not talk about it. It's personal.
I understand. Is there anything I can do to help?
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor.
Damn, you're not Captain America and you're not a doctor. You're really striking out today.
The story of my life.
Yeah, sounds like you're falling on hard times. What with them shutting this place down? I got my own problems.
Money problems?
I'll say.
What happened?
Long story.
I got time.
Well, it started out with a loan I took out from Mr. Potter to fix up our home. I didn't want to take it from the building loan because I didn't want to deplete the funds from our investors.
Makes sense.
After that, Uncle Billy, who needs to have his head tightened every now and then, went to the bank with a deposit that he ended up losing. That's $8,000. Now I got the bank and the bank examiner on my case, and I'm going to be going to jail if I don't come up with $8,000, and then I have to pay back Mr. Potter the $7,000 that I owe him for the loan.
Sounds like you got real problems.
Well, then some. So that $100 can sure come in handy.
I can imagine.
Well, I'm going to go get some water from my wife. Thanks for letting me chew your ear.
Anytime.
I'm home.
Oh, thank God.
What's wrong, bro?
Sis, I've got some bad news.
Oh, don't tell me you're dying.
No, nothing that bad. Dr. Einstein came by this morning.
What did he want?
Well, he came by to drop off the mail. And then he dropped a real bombshell in my lap.
And what was that?
Well, he can't afford to maintain this place anymore. So at the end of this month, he's shutting Sunnyside down for good.
He can't do that.
He owns this place, so he can pretty much do whatever he wants.
We'll see about that.
Martina, where are you going?
To put an end to this.
Don't do anything. stupid. Steph better come home from the market soon because this fridge looks like a ghost town. Thank God.
Anybody home?
Thank God you're home.
Why, is something wrong?
I'll say. Dr. Einstein came by this morning.
What did he want?
He came to drop off the mail and give me a bit of news.
Anything interesting?
Upsetting is more like it. He informed me that he could no longer afford to pay the maintenance on this place. So, at the end of the month, when they shut down for the summer, they're shutting down for good, Steph. We won't be coming back in October.
Are you serious?
Has a heart attack.
Oh my, this is terrible.
You're telling me? Roy and Phyllis have been coming here for years. This chair? That's Iggy's chair. If anybody's sitting in it when he walks in the room, they jump out of it like there's a bunch of scorpions in it. Kathy and George met and fell in love here.
There's a lot of emotional attachment to this place.
How do I tell these people that they can't come here anymore? I told Martina and she stormed out of the place. I have no idea where she went.
What are you going to do?
What can I do? I have to give everybody the bad news.
Do you want me here when you do?
I could use the moral support.
Then I'll be here.
I just wish I knew where everybody was.
Roy and Phyllis went to the bar to celebrate their leaving for the summer. Kathy and George went to look at china patterns. And Iggy and Rhonda went to the movies.
So God knows when any of them will be home.
Assuming Roy and Phyllis can find their way home after drinking all day.
Oh, please. Those two could drink a whole tavern and still walk a straight line. The only good thing about all of this is that you're not going to be affected by any of it.
How's that?
You're going home to take care of your mom. You're not going to be coming back anyway.
I suppose.
And I'll eventually be coming out with you when, well, you know. I just feel terrible for these people. I mean, this place is like a second home to them. How do I tell them that when they leave this place at the end of the month, they're going to be leaving for good?
Excuse me. Where's your frying pan? I want to fry me up an egg. The frying pan is under the sink in the cabinet to the right. But we don't have any eggs. No eggs? No, we use that egg substitute. That's like putting tuna on a bagel and calling it lox. I'm sorry, we haven't met. I'm Mabel Stewart. My husband Mac is downstairs on that death trap you call a treadmill. You do have to be very careful with that thing. So, you got a name? Stephanie Bloodworth of the Lancaster Bloodworths. You're from England? That's right. What are you doing in this town? It's my home, for now anyway. I hear they're closing it down. At the end of this month. You must be sad. Actually, I was going back to England anyway, so it really doesn't affect me. I guess you're lucky. A lot of the people here are gonna be sad, especially the guy that we met when we first got here.
That's my boyfriend.
And you're leaving him here?
Eventually he'll be coming out to join me. He has to take care of her sister first. She's dying of leukemia.
Jeez, this place is like a soap. Did you ever think of going into syndication?
That's funny.
Anyway, I gotta take my pill soon. I have a nervous condition.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I've had it my whole life. Some kind of chemical imbalance in my brain.
Do the pills help?
When I remember to take them, I don't really like to. You see what they do to me.
It must be very difficult for you.
After a while, you get used to it. It's the hallucinations that drive me up the wall. Anyway, it's been nice talking to you.
Same here. I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Don't tell anybody, but I am. Hey, what's with the Christmas tree?
Actually, I don't know. I woke up one morning and there it was.
Maybe Santa got plastered and took an early flight.
You know, you're very funny.
Tell that to my husband. He never laughs at my jokes.
He's probably worried about you.
He worries about everything. Not that he doesn't have good reason to.
Problems?
Yeah, but you don't need to hear him.
Well, if you ever want to talk, I'm available.
I'll make a note of that. You know, you're really very nice.
Thank you. So are you.
Well, let me go fry my egg substitute. Or maybe I'll just make a peanut butter sandwich.
That we have.
Good thing, or I'd have to file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau for failure to provide adequate foodstuffs.
What an unusual lady.
Well, thank you all for being here. Roy, Phyllis, you two sober enough to pay attention? Is that a serious question?
Maybe. I can't feel my toes.
I'll take that as a yes. Anyway, there's no easy way to tell you guys this. Dr. Einstein came by and he informed me that he can no longer afford to pay the maintenance on this place. So at the end of this month, when he shuts it down for the summer, he's going to be shutting it down for good. We won't have Sunnyside Timeshare to come back to in October.
Is he serious?
I'm afraid so, Phyllis.
I could have sworn I just heard him say that they're closing this place down. Did somebody slip a blue pill into my Kool-Aid?
No, Iggy, you heard me right.
Well, that just sucks.
George, Kathy, I know this place holds a lot of memories for you too.
This is where we met and fell in love. Yeah, this place will always be special.
I know, and I'm sorry it's come to this.
So when do we have to be out by?
May 31st.
That's tomorrow.
I know.
Does Martina know?
I told her earlier and she tore out of here like a bat out of hell. I have no idea where she went.
She's probably really upset. As if she doesn't have enough to deal with.
Of course, as you all know, Steph's going back to England at the end of this month, so this doesn't really affect her. But as for the rest of you, well, I'm sorry.
Hey, Steve, Martina's coming up the walk.
Thank God she's all right.
I'm home.
You had me worried sick.
Relax, I'm fine.
Where the hell did you go?
I went to save your bacon.
What does that even mean?
Maybe she went to the pork store to grab a few slices. No, though that wouldn't have been a bad idea. A little fried egg, some toast.
Martina,
Oh, don't get your panties in a tizzy.
I don't wear panties.
Oh, I do.
What did you do?
I put an end to the madness.
What are you talking about?
You won't have to leave Sunnyside.
Huh?
I think maybe her girdle is too tight. I do not wear a girdle. I have the figure of a teenager. And the mind of a turnip. Will you get on with it? You won't have to leave because I bought the place.
You what?
I bought Sunnyside.
Are you crazy?
That too. I had a long talk with Dr. Einstein, and he agreed to sell it to me.
Martina, you can't take care of this place.
Of course not. How stupid do you think I am? Oh, please, let me answer that.
Then what?
I've hired Dr. Einstein to stay on. He's going to do all the day-to-day operations. I'm paying him very well to do it, as well as some fringe benefits.
This is insane. What happens when
I die? No problem, bro. Everything goes to you.
What?
The money, the timeshare, everything.
Oh my God.
Looks like you're going to become a very rich man.
Martina, I don't want your money.
Tough titties.
Did she just say titties?
Go back to sleep, Iggy. Looks like you're going to be a landlord.
This isn't funny.
I think it's hysterical.
Does that mean we can stay?
That's what it means, George. We're still going to shut down for the summer to do maintenance, but come October, you'll all be able to return.
I don't believe this. How can I thank you?
You just did.
Well, I need one more favor from you.
Name it.
I need you to write out a check for me. I'll fill you in on the details later.
Too bad we don't have any glasses or we can make a toast.
Well, here's a symbolic one. To Sunnyside. Long may she live.
Well, time for us to be taking our leave. Steve, I know we had an agreement, and it'll be real easy for me to tell you that I had a miserable time. But the truth is, you've all been wonderful.
And you two have been an absolute joy.
Thanks. Anyway, I can't take your money. It would be under false pretenses. Mabel, we're gonna have to get through this on our own.
I understand, Mac.
Well, unfortunately, I can't accept that.
What do you mean?
Martina,
Look on the toy chest.
It's a check for $100,000.
that's right.
I can't accept this.
You're going to risk getting my sister angry?
This is from you?
That's right.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Say thank you.
Mabel, you want to say something?
You guys have all been wonderful. I don't know how to thank you.
You just did. Pay off your debts, fix your home, do whatever you want with it. No strings attached.
There is one string.
Oh, I knew it.
You have to come back. Now that I've bought this place, I want to see a lot more of you two.
You got a deal. You know, you're a real peach.
I know.
She knows.
Well, come on, Mabel, let's go home to the kids. Then we could pay off Mr. Potter and the bank examiner and be done with all of this.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, before we go, I gotta ask, what's with the Christmas tree in May?
Oh, that. Well, when I first got here, I noticed that Dr. Einstein, who used to run this place, had a Christmas tree up, except it wasn't Christmas. And I asked him why. And he said to me that he just hated all the hypocrisy of the holiday. That one day out of the year, we're good to our fellow man, but then the other 364, we treat each other like garbage. So every year, at some random time, he puts up this tree to remind us what Christmas is really about and how it should be celebrated all year long. This year, I really needed that reminder.
That's a very touching story. Maybe we all need that reminder. Take care, all. We'll never forget you.
I know I won't. Even if you're not Captain America.
Well, they're gone. It's just us three.
So now what?
Martina, I think it's time for me to take you home.
Are you going to tuck me into bed?
Only if you want me to.
I do, but not before I get my milk and cookies.
You got it. Steph, you'll lock up?
I will.
You gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
This isn't goodbye.
Isn't it?
We're going to be together eventually.
I'll see to that. I think it's out of your control. Watch me.
I know 17 ways to hang myself. That's not funny. Oh, relax, bro. You're going to be stuck with me for a while anyway. I'll pray for you. You called that doctor Tony Gambini gave you? I did. Good. Let's hope he can help you. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Come on, bro. Let's go home. Take care, Steph. You too. Well, Stephanie, it's time to lock up. That really is a very nice tree. You know, when I first got here, I didn't want to stay here, having to share this place with a whole bunch of oddballs. Now that I'm going, I don't want to leave. Life can be so ironic sometimes. I ended up falling in love with this place and all the people in it, even Phyllis. I met the man of my dreams, and now I'm going home to take care of my mum. I have to believe that this is all going to work out for the best, that eventually Steve Rogers and I are going to be together. Sunnyside, I'm going to miss you.